Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday morning trading room. I know you're all excited to be here. Hang on here a second, and we'll get everything set up. All right, so yesterday's session, a little bit of a pullback mode here going on with the NASDAQ. This actually looking a little bit more impressive than it was. Looking back on the day, it looked like we went more or less in a sideways trading range, although we did gap lower out of the open. Kind of the same thing going on here this morning. You can see we're trading around 77.75. The market leaving off at around 7,800 yesterday. So there is a small upside gap, and it looks as though the market may be trying to fill that. Oh yeah, got a little trend line break going on. Now that we are near these contract highs, what I suspect will happen is that we're going to see something resembling a test of the extreme. Maybe a little hiccup here, maybe a bounce, maybe even a breach, but something that will probably try to knock the market lower, as we are likely to remain in a sideways trading range. Now, that's just my 2 cents, of course. For those of you who like your first in-sync eagle signal, well, look at that. You had a dandy here this morning, right off the opening buzzer. A nice little, well, I guess it wasn't really a red bar buy anymore, but it was a hard edge bounce nonetheless. And that easily finding your profit objective. So here we are a couple of minutes into the session. Your day could be done. You Raptor traders, you can do the exact same thing. You had your in sync signal right here. It didn't print as a hard edge bounce because your clouds were just slightly out of sync, but that's what it is, a hard edge bounce. And there too, no problem finding your first profit target. Even if you held out for the number one signal, it looks like that one would have worked out okay too. So a little bit of a rally here to start the day. If the day is going to remain bullish, I guess we'll have to see. Overall, like from the big daily perspective, we're a little bit more bearish. I think we'll give them just a few minutes here. Maybe wait for something resembling a pullback. That would allow me a better entry. Once you think you have the trend, then a pullback, trading a pullback is really the best way to get into a market. And of course, as traders, we're all anxious. we never have patience. All right, well, we're drifting up into the resistance zones. And it looks as though we're up near 7,800. So we've effectively filled that morning gap. Well, I certainly hope they're going to give me one more chance to get in here. This would be downright annoying if they ran away from here and didn't give me a chance.
Flexible tip and micro tips attached to it. Really cool system, very effective. Now we also have our solo kit back here, 12-ounce activator and a 2.25 ounce of thick. We have an individual activator just there. We have a large cartridge of gel, and then we have our caddy system, which you can get with whatever glue you want. It holds an activator and a 12-ounce bottle of glue upside down, so it's always ready to go. So that's just the glue, just to start with. Now, also got back here our coloring kit system, which is absolutely amazing to color the 2B10. Over here, we have our 2B10 kit, which comes with all four viscosities as a bonder and an activator, extra brushes, spray nozzle, everything you need to try our entire system out. If you want to start a little smaller than that, we have a 1-ounce bottle of activator and thick right here, and we even have a mini gel, like a 3-gram gel if you want to try that. We also have a whole lineup of accessory replacements. We have our original pin and cap, we have our X cap, we have our original cap before our X cap, and we even have micro tips right there. So as you can see, this is a very robust product line. What I want to do is introduce you now to a brand new product from FastCap, 2B10 RT. The RT means rubber tuffet. So what that is we take rubber particles and put it in the glue. This allows our glue to have a little more elasticity than we normally have.
All right, well, maybe we're going to see a little bit of a pullback. Maybe. The market very, very strong here this morning. I don't know if I'm going to try shorting this, even though, like I said, the the overall trend, the daily from the daily perspective, seems to be down. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a pushback now. We'll see. I guess if we get a decent test of the extreme, I may try to short it. Here, the Falcon already getting a little bit bearish.
So if you're in an environment that's subject to vibration or heavy shock loads, the RT would be a better product for you. It's about 10% stronger than the normal glue. Not a big difference, but that little bit of rubber adds a little bit more elasticity, and that's a really nice feature that's now available in the 10-ounce and the 2.25 ounce of Fast. So I'm going to use the gel rubber tuffet because gel doesn't run. It's my favorite glue to use. I'm going to put a bead of glue on there just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and spray the activator on the other piece, just like that. And then go ahead and put it together. Okay, I'm going to rub it around, push it together. I'll get a nice tight joint. And what I'm going to do is spritz that, just like that, which will actually cause that glue to catalyze so I can scrape off the resin. You can see that was very easy to do. It only takes a second. I've already got a nice strong joint right there. And then, of course, if this was a raw piece of glue, you can just sand the glue off. In this case, I'm going to take a little scraper blade that I put some tape on each side, which allows me to actually scrape the glue off without digging into the wood. See how nice that is? It just comes right off. Just like that. Joint, now you can see very, very strong, very shock absorbing. Look at that. That's pretty amazing that you can hit something that hard. Scrape off a little bit of that residue on the bottom as well. You can hit something that hard, you can think it would break apart, but it does not. Look at that, rubber toughened. So there you have it. There's a 2B10 product line, as you can see, very robust, so many different options. And of course,
Okay, here's a number 3 signal now. What time is it? Is it quarter to the hour? Are they trying to fake me out? I'll look for a second push opportunity. So with the second push opportunity, you see we're getting a little bit of conflict here. The hawk is a little bit of a mess. The falcon is waffling a little. The raptor and the eagle both looking bullish right now. But because of that conflict, and see here, no, the whatchamacallit, the Bollinger Suite is in sync. All right, let's get this ready for that second push on the number 3 signal. My concern is that this is going to turn into that test of the extreme I was talking about, and that the market will head the other way. And of course, it is near quarter to the hour. Traditionally, my least favorite time of the day to trade. Maybe we can sneak 5 points out of this. Okay, Paul says there's a little feedback on my microphone. Okay, hopefully that's going to resolve it. All right, this is a little bit of a a little bit of a judgment call at this point. We're getting the reversal signal now. We've got the number 2 signal after a failed number 3 signal. This traditionally sees the market retrace at least back here to the hard edge. But okay, good. We're going to get a second push opportunity. So we've actually got this market in a little bit of a sandwich right now. We've got an OCO opportunity. So we can look to buy above this high. We can look to short below this low. Somewhere through here, the market is going to try to settle. Okay, here now, another number 3 signal. If this signal fails, if this number 3 signal fails, then I think we can have a little bit more confidence shorting it. All right, so let's try to sell it here below these recent lows or the next number 2 signal that develops, either or. So those are kind of my boundaries right there. Okay, there's the break, good. There's the pushback. I'm using this current bar for a second push opportunity now. All right. So yet another number 3 signal. It's with trend, so I'm okay with that. And Here we go. We're retesting, getting close to the highs. There we go. We're 3/4 of the way to the profit objective. Come on, give me that extra tick, you stinkers. So what we're seeing is a reaction now to this breakout, and oh, you stinkers, they didn't give it to me. Darn it. Did everything right on that trade. They could not give me an extra tick or two. Well, we're probably going to see them enter this channel phase. Let's see what it looks like on the Eagle. Yesterday I fooled myself and I got into my breakout mode a little bit too early. All right, maybe this looking a little bit better. I'll throw my just in case order to buy up here. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a trend, and now I'm looking at the sideways mode. This is my just in case order to buy, just in case the market continues higher with trend. And, you know, I don't see it coming or it surprises me. Well, I've got an order ready. We should see a little bit of a pushback here somewhere, though, because we're back at 7,800. This is where the market closed yesterday. Market actually spent a fair amount of time around 7,800. All right. Okay, well, look at this. We're getting another little bit of a flinch here at the highs. I wonder if it would be worthwhile, because this is going to be 1, 2, 3 bounces off of the top. I wonder, you know, you see that much resistance up there. If it comes back here now with a number 2 signal, if the market isn't going to try to unwind to the short side. This is, very aggressive on my part. The trend definitely up, but maybe, see, there's a number 2 signal, and don't know what happened there, but let's bring that over. Okay, and see if we can't. Well, you know what? It's counter trend. I'm going to take the trade to break even, hope for the best. We're not quite 3/4 of the way to the profit target, but we are into the hard edge. Oh, look at that movement. We're getting a little bit of some gapping going on here. What's with that? Oh, you stinkers. What? Twice in a row? You're going to tag me at break even? I know I'm beginning to understand why Mark went to 17 ticks instead of 20 on his profit targets. These break-even trades are annoying. Okay, so I'm going to put my just in case order to buy back up here. So it's still up here in case the market, something happens here at the top of the hour, cause the market to explode to the upside to continue the trend. I'm ready. But otherwise, oh, look at that. Here they come with yet another hard edge bounce. It won't print as a hard edge bounce because once again, the clouds are a little bit out of sync. Excuse me, but that is what we're looking at. We definitely have a sideways trading range going on. Let me set a profit target. This is a very, very strong top here near 7,800. I will not be surprised if tomorrow that falls as one of our resistance lines. All right, let's see here. I bet the Falcon, yeah, the Falcon's working a trend change signal. I was surprised to see that little bit of green in there. We are in the hard edge, so we're going to anticipate some sort of reaction, but I'm not opposed to trying to short it at this point. Because of this, rather broad sideways range that we have going on. Bollinger Suite already bearish. I suppose I could just bracket it and throw my just in case order to sell down here and let the market decide. Set my profit order there. I got the market in an OCO type situation. OCO stands for one cancels other, in case you're not familiar with the slang, the parlance. All right, well, let's let them flop back and forth here and see. Oh yeah, here we come with a bit of a sloppy number 2 signal. Again, it's not going to print as a number 2 because the bands are all intertwined, but we're witnessing a retest of the high, and we're coming back with a signal to short. Well, that's annoying. I got tagged a little bit quick there on the break even, and then they went up to what would have been my profit target. Shoot. All right, somewhere through here, there's going to be another little bit of a pullback. Well, we got ourselves a late filter entry signal up here. Okay, we got a couple people with audio issues here this morning. Can I get a sound check, please? Can anybody hear me? Okay. All right. No, we're good. Okay, it looks like most of the problems have sorted themselves out. The market very much in an uptrend here this morning. This is the second leg higher for the eagle out of the open. Here's leg one. This now leg two. If you include the overnight, that's three legs. We typically only see three legs, two or three legs on the eagle. So I'm beginning to wonder whether we're going to get a little bit of a pullback developing at this point. We're back into our secondary resistance line as well. Bollinger Suite is already bearish, but I don't know how aggressive I want to be on the short side, if at all. I think we had a second push opportunity on this late filter entry signal. Yes, we did. It's actually still here, so we have a second push on the late filter entry signal. So with your late filter entry signal, the filter goes out of sync, comes back into sync. The trend line itself never changes color. You're going to find these late filter entry signals are more reliable the flatter the trend line is. When the trend line has some slope to it like this, it's still a late filter entry signal, but I don't like it as well. As the flat one. It looks like a solid top anyways, so hopefully a breakout will have some follow through. And do I want to be as aggressive as to have a short in play below the last swing low? What that would effectively do is produce a number two signal. This would be essentially the test of the extreme, even though it is technically a new high. It's only a new high by a few ticks. Oh, Ray says the VWAP fair price is at $77.79. Well, that would certainly make for a good pullback. All right, looks like we're going to get that number 2 signal. There it is. So it's an early number 2 signal, of course. And folks, this is a risky trade. If you're looking for a trade to follow me on, this is a risky trade because it's obviously counter trend. Well, we're kind of watching and waiting now. We definitely have the market pinched again. We have a, oh yeah, well, we have a quick little trend line break here.
FastCap has 900 different tools and products, and they keep sending me stuff that I already bought and already know. I was expecting this to be from the game show where I opened it up and I had to figure it out. 2E10. This is thick. They've got thin, medium, thick, and gel. I use the gel almost exclusively, but I like to have the little bottles of the other things. They claim they're thin, and they get a little, splinter out a nice piece of trim, the thing that you need to get in, and then spray the activator on and get that where the gel you're kind of picking up. There are so many uses for this. I'll tell you just a couple that I use. industrial rated product, and that has to do with their stills sort of they will hold up longer on shelf life. I think the shelf life on this stuff, even after you open it up, so I put it on that much 2 years.
All right, here we go, back and forth.
It's hard. It's not flexible when it cures. So its best application is not in a situation where there's going to be a lot of movement if you're attaching two pieces of material wood together that are on different surfaces, and those surfaces are going to move a bit. This can't break apart, but it is very strong. One of the things that I do is I like wood glue. It holds really well and it's flexible. The problem though is that you have to glue it up and hold it in place with a clamp or with nails. I combine the two, and what I'll do is I'll do my standard glue up. And when I glue, I don't like to leave legs out. I would glue these up, and normally I'd be doing long pieces up on the corner. I would glue outside miters.
All right, here we go, number 3 signal.
But I always glue outside miters where the crown, whether it's tear web or it's base, the outside miters get glued together. So I would glue, have these going up, and I'd fit the other piece in, and I'd put them together. And with this stuff, I use it as like a clamp. So what I'll do is take typically the gel. Okay, this is thick here. The gel is nice because you put it on and it stays. It does not run. I'll put a couple of dots on the back edge. What squeezes out is going to squeeze out on the back. And then I'll put the activator on the other side, and I can spray the whole edge, but I see it's about in the middle there, so I'll put a little there, a little on the edge.
All right, let's see if we get that follow through now.
Once they touch, I got about 4 seconds to get the joint, and then I'll just hold it together, and then it takes again about 10 seconds for it to set up. So I've used it in this application as a clamp. It's very quick. Put my wood glue on, and then in a couple of hours, the wood glue is going to set up and hold and give me that little bit of flexibility. We all know for wood construction, there's a lot of moisture in construction. The drywall dries up, the radiant lumber dries up, things move. And so as finished carpenters, we want to put our stuff in so that in 6 months we don't have gaps opening up. And so using the right glues, attaching things properly is real important. When I do carpentry, what I'm going to do,
We've lost a lot of momentum here.
so I measure everything, cut everything, install everything. So if I'm working on windows, I'll do all the window frames. Well, a lot of times one of the details is to have a sill that hangs over and then an apron underneath. That apron, most of the time, unless it's a flat stock, if it's somewhat
Come on.
detail, I want to take that detail either up under into the bottom of the sill, or I'm going to return it over the wall. The same thing with baseboard. If it's a running baseboard along the wall,
Okay, I thought we were going to see a little bit of a break there, but not yet.
skirt board, so you don't have anything taken into it. A lot of times I want to return that down into the floor or into the wall. So I'll have a box of these glue, and this is where I need to attach. And what I did in the past was set them up on my bench and do all the cuts, cut all those little pieces, then take my glue, glue them up, and then I would use painter's tape and tape them on, and then set them aside and let them cure up. A little return like this, I'll cut a whole bunch of these and then cut all these to length, and then I'll set up and put wood glue on and tape them and wait.
Just got to wait it out. I'm fairly confident it's going to try to head higher. Now they're coming back with a number 2 signal. Doggone it. Did not want that false breakout. You know, sometimes these big trending days can be actually very difficult to trade. It's annoying because you have this nice trend and you're blocked out. All right, well, let's hopefully I get some pushback here from the buyers. Hopefully they're not snoozing. I'm trying to give the stop some room here. There's swing 1, there's swing 2. They're essentially at the same place. I don't want to leave my stop way down here. Okay, another number 3 signal. That's good. All right, gotta see some follow through on this number 3 signal, or things are going to start to get really dodgy. So we've got this neutral bar here. I'm going to become very aggressive with my stops if we make another run here at the highs. Come on. All right, so I'm going to start to roll my stops here a little bit. If we get knocked down from these highs again, I may as well get the early tap out. Oh, come on. After all this. Okay, well, there's the next bullish push. If I can get above these highs, I'm going to take the trade to break even. Come on, give me 2 bull bars, you stinkers. All right, I'm going to roll my stops here, save a couple of ticks, and oh, look at that. They're getting knocked down right from the highs. I'm going to have to, after this trade, I'm going to have to close up the room here. As I mentioned yesterday, this week, I can only do the room for an hour in the morning. I've got some commitments outside of the office I need to deal with. Had I not got tagged twice at break even on my trades, it would be a very good day so far, but oh well, such is trading. Come on, get above that high, you stinkers. There we go. Okay, can take the trade to break even now, and are they going to give me the follow through? Yay! Okay, well, at least we were able to grab one profitable trade. All right, gang. I will see you again tomorrow. If you're going to continue trading today, well, the trend is definitely up. No question about that. I would not be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback here, or even the market to enter a broader sideways trading range. So be careful. But when in doubt, stay with the uptrend. I think that will work better for you. All right, I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.